Hey guys, I am coming back in with another traditional Christmas card. I have just a couple on the channel this year. I've been really stuck on that lighter color palette. If you caught my Nutcracker tags from last week, but I have this Merry Mistletoe die here from Lawn Fawn, and I pulled two colors from Concord and Ninth. We have Poppy and Evergreen. This here is a gold, shimmer gold from a Joann paper pack, and then of course our white cardstock here. This is going to be our panel. And what do we want to do here? First, let's just go ahead and die cut to get that out of the way. So I'm going to bring in some scissors and cut this down so I can fit it in, and it doesn't have any pictures. Okay, so let me think here. This is a bow, and these are the little berries, and then this is the part that has the berries that need to go on it. So this is our greenery. Okay, so let's cut that out, and let's go ahead and cut out our red accents there. This is a super simple card because there's not a lot of elements. There's not too much color that you have to think of. So this is going to be a simple card, but what's going to make it just a little bit different is that we're going to have so much more color in the background. And I pulled an ink Eucalyptus from Concord and Ninth. So we're going to do some ink blending here in a moment. I just want to try to get everything situated here, and let's get all this cut out, and then we will start to build our panel. And we've got some more berries here. When I say get everything cut out, like there's so much, there's not. I just got done saying that, and then I was acting like there's a lot going on. Okay, so I'm going to use my magnet there, and let's cut out, yes, I think I want this in the gold because the berries will be attached to that piece. Okay. There, we've got that, and so this is a mistletoe, right? I think we want more than one little spruce here. We want kind of like maybe a bushel. So let me cut this one out maybe 2 more times, and let's see how that looks. I don't know, now I'm kind of thinking two may be too many because this is going to be a small card. Okay, so let me cut this out 1 more time. And then we'll get that ink blending started on our panel. All right, so now bringing in my panel, I'm going to put my little pieces to the side, and let's move that over as well. I want to cut my panel down, so I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and this is measuring 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 currently. So let's bring that down to, let's cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. So that's a little margin. I'm going to bring in my card base and see. I want to trim it down a little bit more. Excuse Ollie with that bell. Okay, so let's go to 3 3/4 by 5. Let's try that. And now we've got that margin. I think that that is going to work. So I am going to use mint tape here, and this is a low tack tape. Uh-oh. And I found this from scrapbook.com. My goodness, if I can get this open or peeled back. Okay. Now I want to do some masking here. So I'm going to kind of come in a bit because I want this lined up straight on that cardstock there. because that is going to make or break this part. Everything has to be straight lines. Let me move this up a bit so y'all can see it a little bit better, because I'll zoom in a bit if we need to. Okay, so just masking off all 4 sides, making sure that they are straight and aligned. And this is also securing the panel as well to my glass mat. And this tape here is 1 inch thick, if you were curious about the margin there. So we are condensing our workspace quite a bit by masking off this much of the panel. So now I'm going to bring in eucalyptus and some of my brushes that are just inexpensive brushes from Amazon. And let's tap off some of that excess there so it doesn't come in too harsh. And I just want to do some ink blending. I'm not sure. I kind of want it light. I don't want to do a gradient. I kind of just want like a light green backdrop. And it came in kind of harsh right there. I mean to kind of start on the tape, so by the time I make it to the cardstock, it's a smoother transition. I think it's just me and how I'm like coming in with the brush and the pressure and things like that. So I just need a little starting point. And I'm going to bring in this Evergreen. Okay, I'm definitely going to darken this up quite a bit. So let's just go ahead and add some more ink, dab off the excess so it's not too harsh, and then start on the tape and then work my way in. Small circular motions. Okay, so it's kind of blotchy right there. I'm not sure what that is. But I think that this is a good place to stop. Let me see here. I don't know. I'm not really liking that green. I'm really not. I know it's going to look different with the tape removed, but it's just like not the right shade. Let me pull parsley. Yes, let me pull parsley, because I was contemplating on using this in lieu of the eucalyptus. Oh, that's kind of bright. Dang. I don't know. Let me come in here with this color and see. Yeah, definitely not, because that's making it more of like a yellow. Let me look at what else I have. So artichoke and grasshopper. I really need to swatch these out. Let me bring in cardstock here. I need to clean off my brush as well. Let's remove that remaining ink off the best that we can here. Okay, so let's try, what is this? Grasshopper. Okay, very yellow. Nope. Okay, same process. Clean it off my brush, and then I'm going to test out artichoke. Ooh, I like that color. That mossy. That is still not the right tone. I don't know. So maybe I came in a little too heavy. What I'm thinking is, like, I wanted this to be a kind of like a deep green, and I wanted to bring in this for some splatter for this to act kind of like as a snowflake. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I tried the others and that's not working either. So I think I'm going to just leave it. So what I'm going to do is, let's just remove this. It is kind of more yellow down there, but I'm wondering if you can even tell. I can kind of see just a little yellow hue there, but I don't think that it's that big of a deal. Alrighty. So real quick, let's move our panel over to the side. I'm going to come in with a little water here and spritz my mat and get this mat clean, so I don't transfer color onto the card. Uh-oh. Okay, so clean surface now. Let's bring this in here. I really just, that little area right there is bothering my eye, so this is what I'm thinking. And a big part of me is actually thinking that I need to, not really liking that color. So let's think. So this is kind of, I looked this up online to see kind of how this was supposed to be. And then we'll put the bow together, of course. And the bow will basically be holding the mistletoe like that. And then the little berries will be on the gold part. But I just don't like that green. Let me go ahead and zoom in a bit. It's just not the right green to me. But, oh, let me see. Let's move this stuff over again because I want to bring in some of the paint. So let me put a little bit of this on my glass mat here and get a brush. And then I'll do a little bit of splatter and see if that helps change up this green look here. Okay, so I'm going to use a piece of cardstock to put over top of this so I don't splatter this everywhere. It will kind of contain it a bit. But I didn't add any water to this because it's very thin already. So what I'm going to do is just tap my finger on the brush. Tap, tap, tap. And there we've got some of the white splatter. And then when it starts to dry, it does soften. So that's why I'm coming back in with quite a bit more splatter there. But so now, okay, let's bring in our mistletoe here. Do we like that? Or is it still the wrong green? So let me play around with some of the greens. Maybe I need to come in lighter. So let me do that off camera and maybe that'll remedy this. So I am liking this color more than this one. They are very similar, but I came in just a little bit darker and I didn't have this yellowing at the bottom from that other color that I put on there. So this is it, and it was just eucalyptus. I belted up a little bit, and now we need to splatter our little snow on the cover here. Bringing in my protective paper, and I'm just going to do the same thing. Tap, tap, tap. Just got a little bit there. Okay, I think that is okay. So this is what we've got. It's so pretty. So I'm going to set this aside and clean this up again, and then we will piece together our little mistletoe. All right, so let's piece these pieces together while that's drying. Let's zoom in again so you can get a better visual. So we've got these two pieces that are set, and then we've got this one here. So let me bring in my liquid glue, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue. That's a lot. I'm going to apply the glue just to these little circles here because that's where our berries are going to go. And what I'm doing is just taking some of that glue with my precision tip and moving it over to the others. Okay, because that was a lot of glue. All right, so let's turn these the right side up, and so it's got a cutout on it. Let's just have them facing up. I'm not sure if there's a right or wrong way here. I guess if you know that answer, you can let me know. But we've just got 9 of these little babies. Okay, and right there. So then we've got that, if I can pick it up. Okay. And now for our bow, let's see here. This is the tails. That looks like the knot. Let's see how we can place these together. I think something like that, or maybe turned. I don't know if it matters. Okay, so let's add a little glue here, and then place that down. And things are still shifting. And I don't know which way that's supposed to go. I think it's actually supposed to be turned now that I dropped it down, but I don't think these pieces are small. Okay, I think this is going to be just fine. Let's just let that dry as is. And let's bring in, I was going to say let's bring in the card base, but let's just go ahead and finish this. So I want these to kind of be offset from one another. I'm not quite sure on how I'm going to glue this. Oh, okay, perfect. Something like that. So the tweezers helped a great deal there. So I'm going to add a little glue where I can on these and try not to move them with that precision tip. Yeah, I'm kind of moving them. Okay, and let's drop it down. Is it straight? Let's bring in our cutting plate there and a magnet for some added pressure, and let that just get glued down and secure there. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, and those just don't have glue on them, I guess. But I do like how some of them are popped up there. That's nice. Okay, so we've got this piece, and then we'll put the bow on top to kind of make this little area where we're bunching them together a little more put together and nice. Okay, and I'm not really sure on how this is going to look once we get that bow on there. Let me see real quick. Wiping that residue off my scissors. So maybe we can put the bow right there and kind of cover up that part. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Got a little bit of residue. Clean that off. Okay, and you know what? I didn't even think about it. We don't have a sentiment, a greeting. We have no idea what I'm going to do for that part. Okay. So concealing the gold tail, and I'm not sure if I want those to be really glued down or not. I kind of like the whimsiness of it. Whimsical. Is that right? Okay. Oh man, that is crooked, Lainey. Oh gosh. Let's try to fix this. The greenery is crooked. Yeah, I did not. These should probably be more centered. I've got that one that's kind of too far over to the left. I think that's throwing off my eye. So there is the card. How pretty are those colors? And that white the white speckles, the snow, I really like that. Okay, so here is my card base. And it's an A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's top folding card. Let's just glue this directly to the card base. And I don't ever do this, but because some of this is lifted up, I like that. So we've got some, let me get this lined up real quick. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Because this is kind of popping up, it's giving it a little more dimension there. So we've got it there on the front. We don't necessarily need that padding. And hopefully I don't regret that, because I've never done that. That was just done on a whim. But you see how we just created a very small window. We have really large margins there, and then additional margins between the panel and the card base itself. And now let's see if I can find some kind of grading or something that we can put on there. So I have these sentiment sheets that are creative expressions. I found them on scrapbook.com. We've got the black ones and then the white ones. Definitely thinking about the black here. It's going to look better because that white is not the same white, and that would throw me off. So I was thinking, so it's got peace on earth, love, peace, joy, Noel, Yuletide blessings. 'Twas the night before Christmas, 'tis the season. I really like that. Oh, it has mistletoe kisses. Oh my goodness. Okay. Where is that at? Okay, let's use that one. Oh, let's bring in the paper trimmer. This makes me nervous. All right. So let's line this up here. Mistletoe. Okay. And then we're going to just trim down this whole strip. Okay, so, and I hate that. This is where I mess up because of getting the margin right and even. You see how it's got more black on top than the bottom. Story of my life. All right, let's just trim this down. Okay, so we've got mistletoe kisses here. And now let's see if I can mend that with just some scissors. Just need to trim this down and keep this straight. Oof. Is it straight? No, of course not. Okay, I think that may be a little bit better. Let's bring this back in. And moving my card back up so you can see a little bit better. What about just mistletoe kisses? So everything is just really fixed and symmetrical and very intentional. So I pulled some embellishments, the black enamel dots and these gold sequins. These are from Spellbinders, I believe. And I was also kind of thinking about these gold, but I just don't think that that's the right color. I think I like this darker one. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to just make, I don't know, I kind of just want to be playful and just kind of throw it there. But everything else is so neat. I just feel like that's just maybe not the right look. But these are these little gold sequins. I'm trying to turn it over. It's kind of, I think it's a copper. I think that would be a better color to describe it. It is a copper. So I'm trying to cipher through the smaller ones. So we can do 2 and maybe 1. Just kind of something simple like that. I think if we bring in more, it's just going to be too much because this is just such a small window. Okay, let's get this glued down. And we'll have a little bit of, oops, a little bit of space in between the ink blending and the little grating there. And then let's maybe something like that. So this one's off a little bit further over. I think I like that better. Just a little bit of a reposition. Come on, glue down there. These jewels, these sequins are not wanting to come off of the tip of my wax tool. Okay, shifting that down just a hair there. All right. So this is the finished card. Very different because it is flat, but I'm liking it because look at the playfulness and the dimension we have with the mistletoe and the berries. I love it. I love it. It took me a second, but now that I'm seeing it like this, it just brings a different life to it. So this is another Christmas card for this year. Give it a thumbs up, guys, if you enjoyed it. It really helps my channel. And I'll see you in the next card or craft. There is lots of cards leading up to the new year, but after the new year hits, we'll get back to Cricut crafts and things like that. But I'm just saying that for those of you who are not that into cards. But yeah, well, just a little card overload right now, but we'll get back to a different schedule after the new year. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy holidays. Bye, everyone.